got introduced to the construction business at a very young age. And when we were big enough, we were allowed to go out into the field and then work as laborers. So we've been at it for a long, long time.
When I first started with Hunzinger 42 years ago, when I came out of school, I think the company had a culture of doing the right thing. I think it was inherent in the environment of Hunzinger, and I've always, through my whole career, expounded to live up to those kind of credentials and those kind of ideals, to make sure that to do the right thing was always foremost. And I think it's very important that we maintain that with the new people that as we hire.
As we're trying to develop our people, particularly young people, you can have manuals and you can have processes and you can have rules and regulations that people got to figure out what they mean. Everybody knows what do the right thing means. So when you kind of pound that in as, that's what we want to be known for, the impact of doing the right thing is an ethical company, a company with integrity, and those are the things that we stand for, but it all boils back to do the right thing.
Do the right thing, or be the trusted advisor is the one that I use a lot when I'm trying to help our young people grow. And that's what we've become for our customers. They know they're going to get treated fairly, and they know we're going to do a proper job and do the right thing for them. When I first came to this site in 1986, and there was just a huge pile of dirt here in preparation for building this structure, it was the biggest job I had ever done. And 30 years later, Summerfest hired us to improve this venue because they have faith in the fact that we're going to do the right thing, and we knew how it was built and what to do and how to raise this roof correctly.
Originally, the concept was to raise the whole roof. During our pre-construction meetings, some of the Valley Engineering, to be able to maintain a budget, was somebody suggested, why don't we just raise the part that was appropriate by the stage? And we saved Summerfest a great deal of money, and that's what they've come to expect from us over the years.
When this lifting operation was just starting, those were brutally cold days, but yet the work went on and it got finished. The schedules are always incredibly aggressive, and scheduling is down.
We've never failed to meet a schedule.
We've never missed a schedule.
35 years.
The lift here was more than 600,000 pounds that we lifted. We built the permanent columns and trusses and connected to the roof that needed to be lifted, and we actually pulled it up from above.
Conventional way was 10 days to jack this roof.
Right.
So for 10 days we would have been at risk of something happening.
These
guys did it in 4 hours.
After about a year and a half of planning.
When you're putting that amount of effort in it, you're looking at every possible thing that could go right or could go wrong, and you address that and make sure that there's no option but success. And I've seen a lot of acts in this facility, and recently I was fortunate enough to get tickets for my granddaughter to see Billie Eilish here. Her first concert. She's 15 years old.
Yeah.
And she said it was better than she thought it would be. I said, don't ever forget, Lila, that's your first concert.
I think it's interesting to note that we were building the Bradley Center at the same time we were building the Marcus Amphitheatre, then the Marcus Amphitheatre, now the American Family.
And when we built the Bradley Center in 86 and 87 and 88, and over the years, I never thought that it would be taken down. That was a very stout building.
Yes.
There's a lot of concrete in there. There's a lot of stone. There's a lot of structural steel. It was a very strong building.
So much like the raising of the roof, the planning for the felling of the roof at the Bradley Center, started several months beforehand. So it was a very orchestrated process. The countdowns, the horns, that was all predetermined ahead of time, so we could give the all clears. They had to fly the site with drones, look for heat signatures, see if there's any bodies in and around. They had a last walkthrough on the inside of the building. That triggered all the clears. Then we went through our 3 stages of countdowns. The last being the 10-second countdown, which then the event occurred. So, the whole event took, 7 seconds, 5 seconds, As Joel mentioned, it was a pretty stout building. It was built with a lot of hard material, so a lot of masonry, a lot of concrete, a lot of reinforcing steel. Now, the granite was pulled off the building we looked at salvaging it in panels. It just didn't make any economical sense, so they just ended up taking it off the building. It's getting crushed and it'll be used for landscape granite or something like that. All the concrete is taken to Michael's and it's being crushed and reused in either roadways or aggregate for sub-base of other projects. So it's been scattered about the town already. About 90% to 94% of the building was recycled. Bradley Center is just, those memories are sporting events. Saw Billy Joel at the Bradley Center. A lot of the, Bucks memories, and which is kind of cool.
I mean, it's a very, very special place to be working construction here in southeast Wisconsin. We don't take that for granted. A lot of our projects are successful and have such great outcomes. Great place to be in business in construction.